Hey guys, I decided to do a little tutorial, not just a tutorial, but a review on how to do your head um, with a razor. So I'm a little, about maybe 6 days in. It was just a little late actually. I might have a hard time doing this, but I've been a little lazy. But I'm going to show you how to shave your head with this razor called a Gillette Sensor 3. I've used a lot of razors, but this is a disposable one, and I'm going to try this, and I'm going to give you a review on how this goes. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to wash my head with Dove soap first, so I can get all the grease and grime out, and then we're going to get to it. So let's do it. I get water warm first. And typically when I shave my head, I want to get my water pretty warm. And I want to rinse it out. I'm sorry, you probably can't see me at all, but just trying to rinse it out here. I don't got a proper tripod. So then what I'm going to do next, I'm going to actually lather myself up with some shaving cream. And what I typically use, I'm almost out of it, but what I typically use is just, just a store brand of Barbasol, but I'm almost out of this. So what I'm going to be using today is Gillette Series. It's a gel rather than, but it does, it does the same work. Well, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to lather it up nice. See, it starts like this on your hands. That'll coat it in pretty good. Make sure it's really in there. And most of the time I use a mirror. But since I don't have really proper use of that, since I'm using a makeshift tripod at my mirror, I'm gonna be I'm actually just gonna be using the phone and then feel shaving. So what we're gonna do first, get the razor pretty hot. I typically always go against the grain, but for really sensitive heads, which I do, but that's why I wait so long, so my hair can get pretty nicely soft before I start shaving. Is that I actually will let it get soft probably every, I don't know, 4 days. I tried to do every day, I tried to do every 2 days, stuff like that, and it didn't really work so well because I cut really easily. This is what I do first. I do the top first. I should feel along as I'm going, so I don't want to miss anything. Like again, I have this water running so I can keep on wetting it pretty nicely with really steaming hot water. And again, this is a sensor, a Gillette Sensor 3. It's a disposable. Comes in about, I think, a pack of 4. And then I don't know, I'm not pretty good at making videos, but I'm gonna try to leave a link. So what I do next is I go to the sides, go around the ears, and then go up towards my scalp. I always save the back for last. Pull my other ear around, go behind, go up. And just make sure you keep on rinsing it. You don't want that to all clog up. And then I go to the back. Start the right side first. And this I always feel shave. No matter what, I always feel shave because no mirror is going to let me know how close that stubble is. So I always, no matter what, I'm always feeling it. So I know you probably can't do it, or see, but I'm actually going to turn around in a second so you can see. In the back, it's a little longer. I can feel I'm missing a few spots because it's getting so long, so I have to go over it like a few times, but which typically is the rule of thumb not to do. It can cause a lot of irritation. But in this case, I like my head baby butt smooth, so most of the time I have my irritation right in the back. Why? I guess because there's more landscape going on back there. Much more curves and things like that. I'm taking this up pretty good. I waited a little too long to do this video, but it's alright. I'm getting it done. So, typically you don't want to do this if you have a really sensitive head and you don't want to go any more than a couple days. I wouldn't recommend it. You just want to have really nice, close. It's like cutting, kind of like cutting the grass. You want to go over the same spots, not perfectly over, but a little bit over, so you can make sure you're getting all that spot. And like I said, along the way, you usually feel, and then I go back over just to make sure I didn't feel any spots. And make sure you're doing that when it's wet, because once it gets dry, you're gonna feel it later in the day, and it's really gonna piss you off, like it does me at least. Pisses me off. So I just usually get my hand in there and feel around, make sure I didn't get any obnoxious spots that I missed. Which I'm not getting obnoxious spots, but like I said, I like my head really, really smooth, so. It feels like it got basically everything. Also, like when I get in the back, I like to get these two corners right here really good. My neckline. And then I'm going to put on the cold water and rinse it off nice. So you don't, I mean, you can rinse with hot water, but I imagine if you got any cuts that you didn't realize you have, it's not going to feel very good. At least it hasn't with me. So you're probably not going to see me again for a second, but I'm just rinsing my head off. Get it around the ears. And that's usually stuff you gotta find by looking in the mirror, which I cannot really do very well right now. Alright. Kind of pat it dry. You don't wanna really drag the towel across your head, because it's, just in case it's a little irritated, you don't want to make it worse. The reason I started shaving my head, I'm sure you could see in the video, is because I'm receding right in this area. I'm sure you might be able to see like a little bit of a line. I have like what they call the island receding hairline. It's actually my nickname at my old job, which is cute. So, yeah, so step one, rinse your hair out with Dove soap. And make sure all the dirt and grime is out of there. And then also, I forgot to show you another step. Aftershave. So I'm gonna do this. Get a little bit on there, not too much, which I just did by accident. Rub it into your hands, and then rub it into your scalp, and then your head smells pretty for the rest of the day. People will be coming up to you and smelling your head, which is kind of weird, but I wonder where that smell's coming from. It's my head. So, yeah, so like I said, step one, you're gonna rinse your head out, and then kind of basically wash your scalp with Dove soap, and then you're going to lather up with a nice gel. And like I said, I use one of the two. I use the Gillette series or the Barbasol from the store. That's the store brand, but it does the same shit. So yeah, so this is my first review and tutorial video. This actually was going pretty smoothly. I like this razor a lot. I don't have the same experience every time, but for now I do like this Gillette Sensor 3. And I don't think this is the sensitive one, because the sensitive ones I usually feel like don't give as close of a cut, and I like it really smooth. So yeah, so give a thumbs up or